Well, Dr. Travis Stork, thank you so much for coming on. Now, we have seen you on The Doctors, and you guys have seen great success. What kind of impact have you felt?
Well, where I see the greatest impact is when I take care of patients in the ER and they come in and they feel like they know me because maybe they're big fans of the show. And it's great because my patients who watch the show, they sometimes know the little things that I'm going to ask of them. Let's say someone comes in and they have a specific medical problem. We're able to treat it. And they say, well, doc, I know what I got to do. I've got to go quit smoking, or I have to cut back on such and such. But I would say the most compelling thing is when someone stops me on the street and they say, hey, because I watched the show last week, I actually went to the doctor. I got this particular problem checked out that I was too embarrassed to ask my doc about. Mm-hmm. And now we're beginning treatment for it because of something I saw on the show. And to demystify medicine a little bit, it's something I think all four of us doctors are very proud of, to help connect doctors and patients hopefully across not only our country, but the show is now broadcast across the world. And I was in Tanzania and people are coming up saying, oh, we learned so much on your show. And to think about that, it's pretty astounding that we can talk about health here in America and it applies to everyone, no matter where you are.
Kind of mind-boggling that the show reaches out to so many people.
Well, we had some folks visiting from the Middle East, and the show is really popular in the Middle East, and it truly is something that it crosses all political lines, crosses all racial lines, crosses country lines. And I think in a time where there's so much turmoil in the world, health is still the one thing that we all have in common.
What is really cool, I think, about The Doctors is that you guys are still all practicing. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone else is in LA, but you're flying back and forth to Nashville. How do you do that? How do you make time and be alert when you're in the ER?
One of the things that has been such a blessing for me is that the producers of the show respect that I'm an ER doctor at Vanderbilt, and the docs I work with at Vanderbilt respect the fact that I host The Doctors. So they've really allowed me to compartmentalize. So when I go to Nashville and I'm in the ER, the show knows that I'm in the ER, and I am being an ER doctor focused completely 100% on doing that, because in the end that's really who I am. Yeah. And that's what allows me to host the show and keep a beat on what's going on in the healthcare system across the country. I have to confess, I probably would not be able to do it if I'm in the middle of the ER seeing a ton of patients and I got a page, we need you to do a quick interview. So the show is so very respectful of us practicing medicine, and they respect those boundaries, which is, I think, unique in television.
Mm-hmm. Now, you're used to the television cameras. You were on Dr. Phil and you're on The Bachelor. So tell me a little bit about your adventure into TV and why you really wanted to get into TV to eventually do The Doctors.
Well, I never had any intention of being on TV. So you say used to cameras, and I am now, but 4.5, 5 years ago I wasn't. The first time I ever was in front of a camera, you're right, was when I was on The Bachelor, and even that came about through a random set of circumstances where I just happened to be, whether you would say the wrong place or the right place at the right time, but one thing led to the next, and I was put in front of the camera for the first time, and ironically, when I was first in front of it, I was extremely self-conscious. And what I've learned over a period of time is that the power of TV to do good things is remarkable. And I've been blessed because I spent many years learning about medicine and being a doctor. And then to be given this opportunity, it's like Dr. Phil said before we started this show, Travis, every day you can talk to 2, 3, 4 million people across the world, maybe more. And you can affect more people's lives in one day than you can in your entire career in the ER. And to some extent that's true, and that's how powerful TV is. So to do what we do, I feel so proud that we're able to tell people, hey, if you watch an hour of TV, it will improve your health. And I think that's something really special to be able to say when you're a doctor.
And now you're spreading the word a little bit more with your new book. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, people who watch the show, The Doctors, will see a lot in the book. It's called The Doctors, and of me and my philosophies that they've seen on the show. It's really this simplified guide. Really what I did, I tried to take a Cliff Notes version of, here are the things you should do in your life if you want to live a longer life and a healthier life, and also hopefully a happier life, staying out of doctor's offices as much as possible, except when you need to go. And it's the simple things that I wish I had known 20 years ago. It's the same things that I practice in my own life. But the most important thing I do in the book, and the one thing I'm the most proud of about this book, is I try to basically describe to everyone what the misinformation is out there. These are the fads, stay away from them. Here's what's been proven to work. It's surprisingly simple, and let's go along on this journey together and be healthier. And that's why I'm proud of it, because a lot of misinformation out there. Even doctors, we have to kind of muddle through all the misinformation. And as a consumer of healthcare, how would you know what's true, what you should be doing?
The internet rumors you have.
Yeah, what supplements should I take? What one's hurting my health? Which ones are helping it? You know, oh, this vegetable's great this week, but next week it's a different superfood. And I just try to go through step by step all the things that have been proven to help your health, and hopefully have done it in such a way that it's a good book to read and it's very accessible. And that's what I try to do.
Excellent. Well, best of luck to you, and we look forward to seeing you more on the doctors.